All right, so spring must be in the air because the cherry blossom and sakura flavored things are starting to come out that I've noticed so far. And two of them today we're going to try is the sakura flavored Kit Kats. These are Japanese ones. And then also, kind of surprising, was cherry sakura flavored Red Bulls. This is the spring edition apparently, and we've got the sugar-free version as well. So we're going to, is this really, cherry blossom? Is it just cherry and they're calling it sakura? I don't know, but we're going to see how they taste right now. All right, so just thinking out loud, I'm pretty sure these are going to taste like sakura, like cherry blossoms, like a real thing. I don't know if it's going to taste like the flower, like a sucking on a petal, but there is like a cherry blossom sakura flavor, and it's all fancy looking and whatnot here. And they're from Japan. I'm pretty sure I think so anyway. These guys, back to it says cherry sakura. This might just be a cherry drink that they're calling sakura. I don't know, but I'm thinking this will just be more cherry. And yeah, so that's my predicament. No. That's my predicament, saying wrong words. But I'm going to start with the Red Bulls just because I think, a Kit Kat, stick in my teeth a little bit, and might sully the flavor. And I don't have my cup of water, so I just kind of got to go with what I go with now. All right, so the Spring Edition Cherry Sakura Red Bull. Nothing really standing out on me smell-wise. Huh. All right, so not very cherry, which was a little surprising. And I was like, because even though it doesn't really taste like sakura, cherry blossoms, back to the 90s, Bath and Body Works, Japanese cherry blossoms, they never smelled. It's just like its own thing. It never smelled like accurate what it was. This might be similar, but to me it tastes more like apple juice. You're on the airplane, you want a nice little cup of apple juice. Might be what it tastes more like. There's a little bit of cherry, but it's not like tart. It doesn't taste like cherry, anything, artificial cherry, that type of stuff. So it's a little bit kind of in the middle there. It's not quite cherry, not quite cherry blossom, but there's a little something else in there, and I think it's kind of appley. So I like it. And it doesn't taste like an energy drink. This doesn't really taste like Red Bull, or anything like where you're like, it's kind of like it has that really chemical energy drinking. This just kind of tastes like juice. So if you're mixing this in something, might actually be pretty good. Let's try the sugar-free version now. It's got some, I don't want to say Play-Doh, but it kind of smells like Play-Doh. Is just like something. It doesn't taste like Play-Doh, but it's got kind of just a little, I don't know, doughy type of smell that makes me want to play. This one is kind of similar. It's got a little bit of cherry going on, I think. And then it doesn't really go beyond that. There's a little bit, again, of kind of that appley, fruity taste. It doesn't really taste like anything else. But then I was like, because instead of like a nice, smooth, just, drink, it can, you really taste right when you swallow the artificial sweetener type of stuff. And that's why I was just kind of like, I was almost ready to be like, this almost tastes the same. Yeah, right there, it's the same, but then it kind of gets artificial, sugar-free. So not bad. So Not really cherry at all. Its own, again, to me, it still tastes like a not really cran apple, because cran is super tart, but like a something apple. I'm still tasting more of like apple than anything else in this. Doesn't really give me Sakura vibes at all. So let's see if I get them from these. Oh, it's like, you know, do your best on your exam season, whatnot. So they're blank, so you can write a little message. I think they even, yeah, marker. So, whoa. Yeah, that smells like, you know, I mean, it looks almost like cereal, like, you know, like a type of like cereal bar with like the milk chocolate, like the milk, you know, and then white chocolate, and then it's got some like, you know, fruity bits in it. It's not what it is. It smells, doesn't smell like Sakura. It smells like a type of, I don't know, like kind of like a toy store, not like a candy store, but this is like a very interesting smell. You should I don't know, it's nice. It's kind of like a warm, soft, almost, it's, yeah, okay. It almost smells like a fragrance, but the base is like baby powder, like that type of, you know, some things are like, even the candles and whatnot, they've got like a fruity, or they're really kind of fresh, or they're savory or whatever, but then there's always those like fresh linens and clean laundry and white sheets and all that type of stuff. You know, this kind of smells like a baby powder, which I like. So I don't know if I like my food smelling like baby powder, but listen, look at me. I'm just like, oh man. Okay, so settle down. I really wanted to figure out what I smelled, and so I'm happy I did. It's like a song, you can't remember what it was. And Baby Powder by Mr. Worldwide. Going to Japan. All right, so let's try this damn thing. I just ripped it in half. Okay, well, here we go. Sakura Kitkat. Okay. Okay, surprisingly, doesn't really taste very Sakura, like, you know, cherry blossom flavor. They've had those in the past. They've had cherry blossom, especially if you get any sort of like souvenirs during cherry blossom seasons, all type of stuff. So it's like there's a very specific cherry blossom flavor that they've had in Japan. I'm not really getting that. This is just kind of like a sweet, almost like a cookies and cream, very light but sweet like flavor. There's, you know, some of them was in the past that were like almost salty to try to get like the petal, you know, it's like you're really sucking on a flower, and that was what I was expecting, but don't really have that here. This is just like a nice mild, like, you know, you see all these little colors and the bits, you know, it's not really like, it's, yeah, it's just kind of like almost like a cereal bar. Like if you they have those like granola bars and aren't granola bars, but they got like a layer of white chocolate or cream or milk or whatever. And if you get like a Lucky Charms one, it's kind of like that. It's like sweet, kind of mild, so not super sugary like cereal, but there is just like an underlying like creaminess to it. And that's why I think this is more like a cookies and cream, you know, with a nice color coating going on. It doesn't really taste like cherry blossoms, Sakura, or anything like that. So overall, it seems like the theme of the day for these two is not accurate, what I'm expecting, but you know what? It's still not bad. Like, these are all kind of good in their own unique way, but they're just not kind of what they're advertising. So the Sakura Kitkats were just kind of like a nice creamy, like I said, almost like cookies and cream of a type of flavor. Nothing really too wacky, nothing like like a flowery peddler, nothing too fragrant either. They have rose flavored stuff all the time, and those are like really, it's like bam, it's like perfume. It's like you smell rose, like rose gum and stuff like that. That's really flowery. They didn't really go this way at all. This is not floral tasting, nothing like that. It's just kind of like a nice like a milky creamy type of like a mild sweetness going on there. So it's pretty good. And then the Red Bulls. Not really cherry. I thought they were just going to be like cherry flavored, haha, and we're calling it Sakura because you don't know any better. But again, it tasted more like an apple fruit mix punch than anything else. So if you like apple juice and you don't really want cherry, these might taste good too. So I recommend them both. They're good. But yeah, again, if you were like, oh, we're going to get like actual Sakura flavored stuff, I have to wait till next year or see what else comes out. But again, back to me freaking out. Go find yourself these just to smell them. Like that, again, that like weird baby powdery. I kind of liked it. It was weird. It's kind of freaking me out here because it's a weird thing to try to, remember and be like, oh yeah, baby powder. Like that. So I don't know. It might be weird. But try these for the taste and the smell. And try these too. It's pretty good. Even though, again, not cherry either which way. But they got lucky and they're still pretty good. So I like them. Thanks for watching. Hope you get a good batch too. And I'll see you next time.